Union government disputes the 30 additional secretaries and the joint secretaries to assist the state government in the effective management of COVID-19. 137 positive cases of the virus in the country with the 3 deaths overall. 14 cases of the recovery registered bill date, and the government issues new guidelines to deal with the coronavirus. Testing for the COVID-19 going on in 72 ICMR labs in the country. 49 more labs to start testing by the end of the week. Private NABL accredited labs to also soon start testing. Government appeals to all labs to test free of charge. Union government gives orders to ministries and the departments to install thermal scanners and hand sanitizers at the entrance of the government buildings. Advises meetings through the video conferencing. All educational institutions in the UP closed till April. 2 local body elections in the Maharashtra postponed. Rajasthan restricts public gathering to 50 people in public places, and many temples restrict entry of the devotees. All countries of the world put tough restrictions in place to prevent the spread of coronavirus. Spain, Colombia, Malaysia and Canada sealed borders. US and France imposed social distancing measures. Infection under control in China, but on the rise in Italy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participates in the birth centenary celebrations of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman in Bangladesh via a video link. Hails his contribution towards Bangladesh progress. Says last few years have created golden chapter of mutual relations. Supreme Court seeks response from Chief Minister and Speaker of the demand for floor test in Madhya Pradesh. Next hearing on the Wednesday. Congress also approaches Supreme Court. BJP meets Governor and asks for ban on the appointments and transfer. And Euro 2020 has been postponed by 1 year until 2021 due to coronavirus pandemic. The continental tournament will now take place from 11th June to 11th July next year. Namaskar and welcome all of you in this edition of Doordarshan News. I am Kiran Jha with the major stories of the day. Government continues to put in place measures to restrict spread and the control COVID-19. Union government has deputed the 30 additional secretaries and the joint secretaries to assist the state governments in effective management of COVID-19. The Home Secretary held a meeting with border states, and there are 137 positive cases of the coronavirus in the country with 3 deaths overall. 14 cases of recovery registered till date, and the government has issued new guidelines to deal with the virus. More in this report.
As coronavirus cases creep up in the country, the government is leaving no stone unturned to quell its spread, but is also mindful and prepared if it does spread. High-level meetings continue to assess and coordinate such efforts at all levels. Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla reviewed preparations in states bordering Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. The Home Secretary video conferenced with officials from Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Tripura, Nagaland and Meghalaya. He emphasized on 24-hour monitoring and screening. The total number of people infected with the virus increased to 137 on Tuesday after new cases of the virus were reported from several states.
As on today, there are 137 confirmed cases in India, including 14 who are now COVID-free and 3 reported deaths. 2 of the deaths had already pre-existing comorbidities as reported earlier. The 3rd disease case reported today is from Maharashtra with travel history to Dubai, and he did not disclose at the time of his admission about his travel history when he first reported to a private hospital.
Government has made it clear that there has been no community-level infection of the virus so far, and that there have been very few cases of local-level infection. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked everyone to be alert and cautious. At the BJP Parliamentary Party meeting, the PM praised the media for spreading awareness and lauded the role of medical personnel, including doctors and nurses, in dealing with the coronavirus threat.
प्रधानमंत्री जी बहुत आग्रहपूर्वक एक चीज़ कहा, वो ये था कि भारत के मीडिया, बोथ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एंड प्रिंट मीडिया ऑफ द कंट्री, बहुत पॉजिटिवली ये जो कोरोना वायरस के बारे में कैंपेन की है, जागृति की है, सतर्कता के बारे में सूचना दी है, कि बहुत सराहना की. He appreciated the media for its positive role.
The Prime Minister called on MPs to spread awareness about coronavirus. He also made it clear that the budget session of Parliament will run till April 3rd as per schedule. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan praised efforts of doctors and paramedics across the country during question hour in Rajya Sabha. He said about 54,000 people have been kept under community surveillance in the country.
इस समय इस कोरोना को कंट्रोल करने की दृष्टि से जो हमारा इंटीग्रेटेड डिजीज़ सर्वेलेंस सिस्टम है, उसके तहत नीचे डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल तक आज की तारीख में 54,000 लोगों के ऊपर तो कम्युनिटी सर्वेलेंस रखा जा रहा है, जहां हमारे ये हेल्थ से जुड़े हुए जो कर्मचारी हैं, ये लोग इन लोगों को डेली बेसिस पे 2, 3, 4 दिन के बेसिस पे उनके ऊपर पैनी निगाह रखते हैं, उनको फ़ोन करते हैं, उनको मिलते हैं, उनके बारे में सारी जांच करते हैं.
Government has been giving daily status reports about the situation in the country and issuing advisories besides putting systems in place to deal with the virus. Government has assured the people that there is nothing to worry about.
घबराने की आवश्यकता नहीं, पैनिक होने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. हमें सतर्क जरूर रहना है. हमारी सरकार बखूबी राज्य सरकारों के साथ हम लगातार एडवाइजरी जारी कर रहे हैं. हम लगातार प्रोटोकॉल और जो भी हमारे डूज एंड डोंट्स हैं उसको हम आग्रहपूर्वक लोगों को बता रहे हैं.
The central government has asked all ministries to install thermal scanners in government buildings. All gyms, recreation centers, crushes in government buildings have been closed. Ministries have been asked to discourage entry of visitors to government offices. Visitors and temporary passes have been stopped with immediate effect. Air India has suspended all flights to and from the UK and Europe from 19th March to 31st March. Government has stopped travel from Afghanistan, Philippines and Malaysia to India with immediate effect. This additional travel advisory adds to the earlier restrictions of 11 and 16th March. Archaeological Survey of India has ordered closure of all monuments and cancelled permission to shoot films, photography and cultural events at its premises until 31st March. All national sports camps have been suspended except camps of players preparing for the Tokyo Olympics. Meanwhile, the ICMR has said that 72 labs are doing testing currently, and this has been further augmented with 49 labs of Department of Biotechnology, CSIR, DRDO and government medical colleges.
We have 72 functional laboratories in the ICMR system. We have also engaged non-ICMR, Ministry of Health, government laboratories include CSIR, DRDO, DBT, government medical colleges, and we have 49 of those labs which will start testing by the end of this week.
All state governments are also taking necessary steps to deal with the coronavirus. All public places in Rajasthan will remain closed till 31st March. Full ban has been imposed on more than 50 people gathering at any place. It has been decided to keep all tourist spots closed from 18th to 31st March. The Uttar Pradesh government has decided to close all educational institutions in the state till April 2nd and postpone all examinations. The government will appeal to all religious leaders of the state through the district magistrates to stop the gatherings of temples, mosques, gurdwaras and churches. There is also a complete ban on any kind of picket demonstration in the state. All the cinema houses, multiplexes, gyms, tourist spots of the state will also be closed till April 2nd. Himachal Pradesh government has prohibited entry of devotees to all Shakti Peeths across the state. Bhima Shankar Jyotirling near Pune was closed after the 3 o'clock Aarti this afternoon. The government has been sparing no effort in dealing with the virus threat, something the WHO has also acknowledged and praised India for. With inputs from Nitendra Singh, DD India.
And moving on, all countries of the world put tough restrictions in the place to prevent spread of coronavirus. Spain, Colombia, Malaysia, Canada seal borders. US and France impose social distancing measures. Infection under control in China but on the rise in Italy.
The COVID-19 continues to spread fear, death and unprecedented measures by nations around the globe as they struggle to contain the infections. More than 7,000 people have died so far, and more than 170,000 have catched the infection. New cases in China have reduced down considerably, but the death toll continues to climb and now stands at 3,226. But the epicenter of the fight against COVID-19 has now shifted to Europe, and Italy remains the worst affected nation. More than 700 have died in the past 2 days, and infected patients have soared to 27,980. Italy's neighbor Spain is also struggling with more than 11,000 patients and has lost 491 people to the virus. Spain has now begun to establish controls at land borders and has decided to only allow Spaniards, residents of Spain, cross-border workers and diplomats into the country. French President Emmanuel Macron further ordered stringent restrictions on people's movement that would last at least 2 weeks. He has asked people to stay at home and only go out for essential activities. France has warned that anyone flouting the restrictions would be punished. Coronavirus infections and fatalities in France and Spain have been surging at a pace just days behind that of Italy. In Asia, the once bustling streets in the Philippine capital are now empty following announcement of an enhanced community quarantine, halting mass transport and closing down businesses. In South America, groups of Venezuelans trying to cross the border into Colombia was stopped by Colombian police as it announced it was closing its borders. In the United States, President Donald Trump has urged Americans to halt most social activities for 15 days and not congregate in groups larger than 10 people in a newly aggressive effort to reduce the spread of coronavirus. He said that people should avoid discretionary travel and not go to bars, restaurants, food courts or gyms.
Well, it may be. We're not thinking in terms of recession. We're thinking in terms of the virus. Once we stop, I think there's a tremendous pent-up demand, both in terms of the stock market and in terms of the economy. And once this goes away, once it goes through and we're done with it, I think you're going to see a tremendous surge.
As stocks stumbled, Trump further warned that a recession was possible. Meanwhile, signs of change abound throughout the US. In Washington, D.C., cherry blossoms adorn the nation's capital, but this year, there are few signs of tourists. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said that he will close the country's borders to anyone who is not a citizen or a permanent resident and has asked all Canadians to stay home. Iranian police have banned celebrations marking the country's traditional Persian New Year Fire Festival as part of efforts to stop the outbreak. Iran has been scrambling to contain the outbreak, which has killed more than 800 people and infected close to 15,000. In Sri Lanka, public holiday has been extended for another 3 days as number of cases rose to 28. Now the island nation has said that it will stop all incoming flights from Wednesday. Malaysians, meanwhile, were seen stocking up at local supermarkets after the government announced sweeping measures to restrict movement and closed its borders to prevent a further spread. Malaysia reported a daily jump of 125 cases to 553, with nearly two-thirds of them linked to a religious gathering attended by 16,000 people, including 1,500 from other countries. South Korea, meanwhile, has announced that the resumption of classes would be further postponed for 2 weeks for all schools across the country. New Zealand has announced $12.1 billion New Zealand dollars or 4% of the gross domestic product into the economy to slow a contraction expected from business disruptions caused by the outbreak.
The package has 3 components. Extra support for the health system to enable an increased public health response so New Zealand can slow any potential domestic outbreak. A substantial package to cushion the impact of the economic shock on businesses and workers and support confidence in the near term. And the first phase of a broader recovery package to support household incomes through the shock and to spur our economic recovery.
The World Health Organization has called on all countries to ramp up their testing programs as it is the best way to slow the advance of the pandemic. A clinical trial to evaluate a vaccine designed against the coronavirus started on Monday at a research institute in Seattle, United States. It is funded by the NIAID, which is part of the National Institutes of Health in the United States. DD India.
And to contain the spread of COVID-19, more quarantine facilities are being set up at the different secluded places by the government. And our correspondent Meghna Dev took stock of one of such quarantine centres set up at Narela in the outskirts of Delhi. The facility not only abides by the quarantine protocols but also have set up around-the-clock assistance and the surveillance system.
How many beds are there in this facility, and how is this being put up and set up?
As of now, there are 100 beds that are completely ready, and 100 more beds capacity will be added. We have 24/7 presence of doctors. 4 teams of doctors are available at all the times, apart from their paramedics and sanitation staff. We are also providing our caretaking facilities, food, all the 3 times breakfast, lunch and dinner we are providing.
Basically, this is a DDA flat, this is LIG flat, which is having 372 square feet area total, which is having 1 bedroom, 1 hall, 1 kitchen, 1 toilet and 1 bathroom. So in that we have made both the hall and the bedroom as separate beds. Apart from that, the food is provided from the outside. We are making the food here itself in our own supervision, and the packed food will be provided by the trained staff inside the room. And that after eating the food, it will be treated as a biomedical waste, and it will go out and treated like that. So nothing will go here and there. Housekeeping is also given by the from the hospital staff housekeeping. So it's not the general housekeeping. Once the people are going to use this facility, all the things will be sanitized by sodium hypochlorite. So those things will be done by them only.
And moving on, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the centenary celebrations of the birth of the Jatirpita Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman through a video message on Tuesday. Prime Minister Modi described Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as one of the greatest figures of the last century and described Bangabandhu as the man of the courage, conviction and saga of the peace.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on his birth anniversary and hailed his contributions towards Bangladesh's progress. Prime Minister Modi participated in the birth centenary celebrations of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman in Bangladesh via a video link. PM said that Sheikh Rahman was a leader of courage and a man of conviction.
Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman पिछली सदी के महान व्यक्तित्वों में एक थे। उनका पूरा जीवन हम सभी के लिए बहुत बड़ी प्रेरणा है। बंगबंधु यानी a leader of courage, a man of conviction, a sage of peace, a champion of justice, equality and dignity, a hand of defiance against brutality and a shield against coercion.
Prime Minister mentioned how a repressive and cruel regime disregarding all democratic values unleashed a reign of injustice on Bangla Bhumi and devastated its people, and recalled how the Prime Minister mentioned how a repressive and cruel regime disregarding all democratic values unleashed a reign of injustice on Bangla Bhumi and devastated its people, and recalled how Bangabandhu devoted every moment of his life towards bringing Bangladesh out of the phase of devastation and genocide and making it into a positive and progressive society.
उस दौर में जो तबाही मचाई गई थी, जो जेनोसाइड हुआ, उससे बांग्लादेश को बाहर निकालने के लिए एक पॉजिटिव और प्रोग्रेसिव सोसाइटी के निर्माण के लिए उन्होंने अपना पल पल समर्पित कर दिया था। उनका स्पष्ट मत था कि किसी भी देश की प्रगति का आधार नफरत और नेगेटिविटी नहीं हो सकती, लेकिन उनके यही विचार, यही प्रयास कुछ लोगों को पसंद नहीं आए। और उनको हमसे छीन लिया गया।
PM further expressed satisfaction that in the last few years, India and Bangladesh have created a golden chapter of mutual relations.
मुझे इस बात की भी खुशी है कि बीते 5-6 वर्षों में भारत और बांग्लादेश ने आपसी रिश्तों का भी सोनाली अध्याय गढ़ा है, अपनी पार्टनरशिप को नई दिशा दी है, नए आयाम दिए हैं। ये हम दोनों देशों में बढ़ता हुआ विश्वास है, जिसके कारण हम दशकों से चले आ रहे लैंड बाउंड्री, मैरीटाइम बाउंड्री, इससे जुड़े कॉम्प्लेक्स मुद्दों को शांति से, पूरी तरह शांति से सुलझाने में सफल रहे हैं। साथियों, बांग्लादेश आज साउथ एशिया में भारत का सबसे बड़ा ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर भी है और सबसे बड़ा डेवलपमेंट पार्टनर भी है।
Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina thanked all foreign dignitaries, including Prime Minister Modi, for sending greetings through video message on this occasion. Bhutan's King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk, Nepal's President Bidya Devi Bhandari, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Secretary General of United Nations Antonio Guterres, as well as several other foreign dignitaries have sent greetings through video message. I thank and express my gratitude to them personally as well as on behalf of people of Bangladesh.
ব্যক্তিগতভাবে এবং বাংলাদেশের জনগণের পক্ষ থেকে ধন্যবাদ ও কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাচ্ছি।
Mentioning the coming milestones of the two countries, the 50th anniversary of Bangladesh liberation next year and the 75th anniversary of India's independence in 2022, Prime Minister was confident that both of these milestones will not only bring the development of India and Bangladesh to new heights, but will also strengthen the bond of friendship between the countries. With inputs from Rajesh Jha in Dhaka, Bureau Report, DD India.
And moving on to the next development, India on Tuesday slammed China and Pakistan for reference to Jammu and Kashmir in a joint statement released by them and said it expects other countries not to comment on its internal matters and respect its sovereignty. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ravish Kumar said that the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. Issues related to Jammu and Kashmir are internal matters of India, and we expect other countries, including China, not to comment on the matters that are internal affairs of India and also to respect India's sovereignty and the territorial integrity, just as India refrains from commenting on internal issues of other countries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had a telephonic conversation on the Tuesday with the Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and His Royal Highness Mohammed bin Salman. The two leaders discussed the global situation regarding COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister stressed the need for coordinated efforts to adequately address this global challenge, which has impacted not only the health and the well-being of several hundred thousand people, but also threatens to adversely affect the economy in many parts of the world. And in this context, the Prime Minister mentioned India's recent initiative to hold a video conference among SAARC countries. Also, the BJP will have to wait a day longer to see what the Supreme Court makes of its plea for an immediate floor test to be held within 12 hours of an order in Madhya Pradesh. The top court has said that it would hear the petition filed by former Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan at 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday.
Amid political instability in Madhya Pradesh, the Supreme Court on Tuesday heard a petition filed by the Bharatiya Janata Party on seeking immediate floor test in the assembly. The court has issued a notice to the Chief Minister Kamal Nath and the Speaker of Madhya Pradesh in order to reply on the matter before 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday. This petition was filed in the Supreme Court on behalf of BJP leader and former CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan. In this petition, BJP had demanded a floor test in 12 hours. Former Chief Minister of MP Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said in this petition that the Kamal Nath government has no moral, legal, democratic and constitutional right to continue in power.
सुनवाई हुई, ना कांग्रेस पार्टी, ना चीफ मिनिस्टर, ना स्टेट ऑफ एमपी मौजूद था। उन सबको मालूम है कि ये केस लगा है, बट वो जान के गैर हाजिर रहे। कोर्ट ने बहस सुनने के बाद अर्जेंसी देखते हुए कल सुबह 10:30 बजे के लिए नोटिस जारी किया है। सरकार का बहुमत नहीं है, 22 आदमी उनके चले गए, तो बहुमत नहीं है, इसलिए आप फ्लोर टेस्ट करें। फ्लोर टेस्ट वो करना नहीं चाहते, सिंपल है।
On the other hand, Congress has also filed a petition in the Supreme Court. In the application, BJP has been accused of kidnapping 16 Congress MLAs and holding them hostage. Meanwhile, the Bharatiya Janata Party delegation led by Shivraj Singh Chauhan reached the Raj Bhavan again on Tuesday and discussed the entire matter with Governor Lalji Tandon. The delegation handed over a memorandum to the governor prohibiting constitutional appointments and other decisions being made by the Congress government.
हम सब लोग महामहिम राज्यपाल महोदय से मिले। अब ये सिद्ध हो गया है कि ये सरकार अल्पमत की सरकार है। कल की जो परेड विधायकों की हुई है।
And the impact of coronavirus is also seen on the sports event. Euro 2020 has been postponed by 1 year until 2021 due to this coronavirus pandemic. UEFA, the European football's governing body, arrived at the decision after an emergency video conference involving major stakeholders on the Tuesday. And that was all in this edition of the Doordarshan News. Keep watching for other development and the updates. Namaskar.